The first priority of a federal government must always be to keep its citizens, our communities and our streets safe. This immigration minister has demonstrated repeatedly that he is unable to do that, and he has done that in two main ways. Two main actions has been his response to the High Court decision of NZYQ, and the other has been his Direction 99.
Call to the member for Hughes.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I rise to speak on this matter of public importance regarding the Immigration Minister's multiple and repeated failures to keep Australians safe. I thank the honourable member for Wannon, the Shadow Minister for Immigration, for bringing this MPI to the attention of the House. I did wonder, Deputy Speaker, whether I was in fact speaking on the same MPI as the member for Bruce, who, during his 5 minutes, at no time attempted to at any stage defend his minister, to defend the immigration minister. Didn't even speak about immigration, but spoke about a whole other range of issues. So it needs to be said, Deputy Speaker, that not even those on that side can defend their own minister. The first priority of a federal government must always be to keep its citizens, our communities and our streets safe. This immigration minister has demonstrated repeatedly that he is unable to do that, and he has done that in two main ways. Two main actions has been his response to the High Court decision of NZYQ, and the other has been his Direction 99. And I note that the member for Bruce did say that the minister was here today and answered questions in question time. By my count, Deputy Speaker, and I asked one of those questions, he was given 7 questions from our side. At 3 minutes each, he was given the opportunity to respond in 21 minutes. I don't think for any of those questions he went for longer than 30 seconds. So to say that he was here and he answered questions is simply not the case. The NZYQ decision, Deputy Speaker, was a decision of the High Court, and we on our side know, and we have never said that the minister was responsible for the High Court decision. However, we live in a Westminster system of government. What the minister is responsible for is things that happen in his portfolio. And just to remind the minister, that is immigration. The minister, as a responsible minister, was responsible for knowing what legal risks were coming up, to ask his department, for example, what court cases do we have coming up, to have been aware, as his department had apparently told him, that months out from when the High Court handed down its decision, it was likely to find against the Commonwealth. And it also did not help that during that case the minister put in a statement of agreed facts that that NZYQ could not be removed from Australia. So the minister, while he may say that he did all he could to defend that case, his direction to his own team of lawyers flies in the face of that. So it was incumbent upon him to have legislation ready to go the minute that the judgment came down to deal with that decision. Instead, we then saw over 150 very serious offenders released into the community. These included 7 murderers, 37 sex offenders and 72 violent offenders. And many of these, Deputy Speaker, have again committed heinous crimes within our community. And nobody who has seen the photos of poor Nanette Simons, a cancer survivor and grandmother, will be anything but repulsed about what has occurred there. And for the minister to still fail to front up, for the minister to still fail to apologise for this is completely wrong and shows he will not take responsibility for his own actions. And so Minister Giles has blamed the High Court, he's blamed the AAT, and he's blamed his own department. But, Deputy Speaker, we need to look at Ministerial Direction 99. This is a direction that the minister himself has signed. He has now signed a document that says a decision-maker must show greater tolerance to non-citizens if he or she has lived in the Australian community for a long time or could show a connection to Australia. That is signed by Minister Giles. That is not anything to do with the High Court. It's not the AAT. It's not the department. His department and the AAT have the obligation to have regard to that direction when they're making their decision. So how then can the minister say, oh, this is not me, this is on somebody else? In all of these circumstances, Deputy Speaker, the Immigration Minister has failed to keep Australians safe. Thank you.